guys, welcome back to Vlogmas. I am filming 2 videos today. Yes, I'm congested, but I'm fine. The video that you're watching right now is going to be my makeup inventory. I started filming half of this the other day, and when I got halfway through my collection, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much work. So I needed to pause, take a break, which was like a week. So I'm going to insert those clips, and then we'll jump into finishing up the inventory in this video. I did declutter a couple of things, but this is less of a declutter, more so just seeing where we are at, especially compared to years prior, and maybe establishing for some categories some goals of what I'd like to do for this upcoming year. So if you like seeing makeup collections, makeup inventories with like light decluttering, then just keep watching. Here we go. So of course I accidentally deleted the footage of from that part 1, but that's okay. I was kind of all over the place in that, so this will be more like practiced, I guess. So for my current bronzer collection right here, we have a total of 17 bronzers, and I did declutter one, which is the ColourPop. This is In It to Win It. It is so similar to the L'Oreal Lumi. It's very similar to the Milani Glow, and also the Sephora Fiji and the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. So I figured I didn't need an additional one that was just like it. So we did declutter one. So in 2019, I had 15 bronzers. In 2020, I had 14, and I currently have 17. So this is a category that I've gone up on, but I'm honestly okay with that. I love all of these. So I have 2 that are from Milani, and these are the Silky Matte. I have 2 colors, 01 and 2. I have the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This is a classic product. The Too Faced, this is the Sweet Tea Bronzer. The Tarte Park Avenue Princess. The L'Oreal Lumi. This one is in medium. The Milani Glow. This one is in 4. Beautiful products. And this is also kind of similar to the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light. Nabla is pretty new to me. The Revlon Skin Lights is pretty new to me. Nabla is in Umbra. And then the Skin Lights is in the 110. I love the Anastasia Rosewood bronzer. This one is so nice. It's one of my favorites. I really love the e.l.f. infused bronzers. This one is in Sunkissed, formula that you can't really mess up when you're applying. The Maybelline City Bronzer is really good. This one is in light. Again, you cannot really mess it up when you are applying it. I love the Sephora Fiji Bronzer, classic, and Sephora brand's been going on sale a little bit more often. That one is nice. I'm going to count these as one. They're the same thing, NARS Laguna. I have a smaller size, and then I have a travel size that is new. It was my Sephora birthday gift. So I'm just counting these as one bronzer. And then this is also a little bit new to me. This is Neutrogena Healthy Skin, and this one is in Sunkissed, and this one is really nice and easy to apply as well. Okay, here is my foundation collection minus one that's in my bathroom. So I have a total of 11, 10 are in front of you. So in 2019 I had 15, and in 2020 I had 17. Okay, hi. So I've really made progress in this category of my collection. I have the Dior Forever, the Milani Glow, the L'Oreal Lumi, the Flower Light Illusion, the CoverGirl True Blend, the Milani Conceal and Perfect, the 2-in-1 foundation, the Too Faced Do You. This is one of my favorites. L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, Laura Mercier. This is the Candlelight Glow, and I have another Laura Mercier in my bathroom. And then I have the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. So I'm keeping all of these not decluttering anything in this category because I would like to use all of these up. My goal is to have only 5 foundations in my collection at all time, which will for sure be the L'Oreal Infallible. That's one that I will always have in my collection, and the L'Oreal Lumi. These two are my all-time favorites foundations, and then I really want to repurchase the It Cosmetics CC Plus once I get through some of these. So my plan for the upcoming year is to focus on panning down this category and getting through till I get to about 4 or 5 before I repurchase anything else, and then move from there because they just sit, and I found my preference is to use one at a time and maybe just rotate it out a couple of times. So here's my concealer collection. I have 13 total. One is in my restroom. In 2019 I had 10, in 2020 I had 13, and now I have 13 this year. Similar to the foundations, I would really like to get down to about 5 or 6 that I rotate through. This is way too many to have for one person because it just sits and I can't get to all of them. So I do definitely want to try to work through them and not just declutter to declutter, but this is a category that I'd like to get a little bit condensed. So we have the Tarte Shape Tape, we have the L'Oreal Infallible, we have the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate that goes along with the foundation. This is the CoverGirl True Blend, again goes along with that foundation. We have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo, the Cover FX Power Play. We have the Conceal and Perfect Concealer by Milani. 2 that are the Tarte Camo, just in 2 different colors. Then we have a Revolution Conceal and Define, a Tarte Brightener, and a Milani Brightener as well. Here's my current primer collection. So currently I have 9. In 2019 I had 9. In 2020 I got down to 6, but now we are back to 9. And I do want to declutter a little bit from this category. The NYX Marshmallow Primer, we'll go ahead and keep that. The Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow is pretty new in my collection, so we are going to, of course, keep that. I'm going to declutter the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair primer. This one actually is expired. I was reading on the back that it's 12 months, and I have had it for quite a while, and then I've had it for about a year, and then it was passed along to me from someone. So we're going to get rid of it, and I feel like it is a little bit harder to use to like melt into my skin. So we're going to get rid of that one. We're going to keep the Wet n Wild Serum. We're going to keep the Revlon Photo Ready. I really love this Milani Bright Side, and as you can see, I've made pretty good progress on it. I'm going to get rid of this Pure 4-in-1 travel size concealer. I just don't really care for this one. I'm going to get rid of the Believe Beauty Radiance Primer. This one was gifted to me from the same person who gifted me this, so I've had it for about a year, and I've literally used it one time. I've pulled it so many times, and I've never wanted to reach for it, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of it. And then we have the Dewy Primer right here that is relatively new to my collection. I do have the Touch and Soul Primer that's in my restroom, so that takes us down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and plus that other one in the restroom, so 7. Okay, I'm pretty good with this amount of primers. Really 3 to 4 is good, but this isn't bad, so I think this part of my collection is pretty good. Okay, here is my blush collection, which is pretty big. So in 2019, I had 26 blushes. In 2020, I had 33, so that was a big jump. And currently, I have about 32. So I know that I for sure am ready to go ahead and declutter these NYX Ombre blushes. They've been in my collection for so long, and I just don't reach for them anymore. So this one is in Mauve Me, which mauve is one of my favorite colors. But again, I'm just not really reaching for it, and I haven't loved the way it's looked on my skin the last few times I did use it. and the NYX Ombre Sweet Spring. I know for sure I've had this for 5 years, and if it was something that I was reaching for more often, then I would keep it, even though it's 5 years old, but I'm just not reaching for it, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. Alright, so as far as other things to declutter, I don't really... Okay, I do want... This is not very old in my collection, but this is the L'Oreal Age Perfect blush. And the color came off when the sticker to open it came off. This one, it's too pigmented and the color's too dark for me, and it looks a little bit patchy. And I haven't loved it the last few times I've applied it. And then also when I put it in my weekly makeup basket, I just never want to reach for it. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it along to somebody that I think would use it. So let's just go by one. We have the Hourglass Classic Mood Exposure. Love this one. We'll definitely keep that. These two are relatively new in my collection. Yeah, just these two. Okay, so these are by Wet n Wild, and I have Hello Halo. This one is so nice. This formula in general is so nice. This one is Highlight Bling. Love it. The highlighter is blinding, very similar to Cookie by Benefit. This blush is really pretty, kind of that Baked Gillette formula. Looks beautiful on the skin. Definitely going to keep that. This is relatively new in my collection, and I would like to give it more love, like in the summertime especially. It's limited edition. This was the Passion Season, and these colors are blinding, but I think they're pretty at the same time. So I do want to hold on to this a little bit longer. We have some ones in my collection that are classic, like Dallas. Of course, we're going to keep that. The Urban Decay blush. This one is in Fetish. Love that. Had that one for a long time. It Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi is a classic in my collection. ColourPop Meteorites. Relatively new in my collection, but I love this color. It's so easy to use. Milani, this one is in Tea Rose. I honestly don't reach for this one very much, but I want to try to give it some more love. I love the Laura Geller baked formulas. I have two. This one is in Pink Buttercream, and then this one is in Tropical Hues. They look very similar in pan, but they do apply a little bit different, and I just love these so much. The Marc Jacobs, this one is Kink and Kisses. I like it. I'm going to keep it. Love it. Clinique Nude Pop. This is a YouTube classic, and it's beautiful. I'm going to keep that. I think I'm ready to pass on this NYX Mauve and Owl. I literally haven't pulled it in so long, and it's discontinued, and I think I'm ready to move it out of my collection. And I have a few that are like this color, very similar to this L'Oreal Age Perfect. And I don't know why I keep purchasing this color, because it's not one that looks great on my skin tone. It's almost too dark for my skin tone. Just thinking this one's a little different. It's too dark for my skin tone. So we'll go ahead and, like I said, we already got rid of the L'Oreal, the NYX Mauve and Owl. I want to try more of this e.l.f. Primer Infused. This one is in Always Rosy. I'm going to keep this one for a while, but this color is a little bit much for me. This Makeup Forever Duo I got from the Sephora website a while back. I don't use it that much, but I still want to try to use it, so we'll keep that. Alright. Clinique Exposed, no, Tarte Exposed. We are definitely keeping her. A couple butter bronzers. I want to keep this one, which is Beachy Peach, but I do want to get rid of this one. This one is in Copacabana. Again, it's just too dark for my skin. I had used it last summer, and it was okay. Like, sometimes I really like it, sometimes I don't, but I just find I don't reach for it because I know that it can be really dark on my skin tone. So we'll pass that along, but keep this one. I love this. This is a newer formula to me. This is the LA Girl Just Blushing. This one is in Just Playful. Beautiful formula, super affordable. We love that one. This is new to me, the Fit Me blush. This one is in Pink Rose. New to me, haven't used it a lot, but we will keep it. Hourglass Luminous Flush. I do love this color, so we'll keep that. Milani Luminoso. Classic, right? Alright, keep that, of course. So then we have just the last few. And I do love all of these. So I have two of the MAC Glow Plays. This one is in Cheer Up. Beautiful, like, cream to powder formula. This one is in So Natural. MAC, couple MAC ones. Here's the classic in Melba. MAC, this is Crisp Whites, limited edition from quite a while ago. And then I have two from Milani. I really love this baked blush formula. This one is in Dulce Pink, which I've had this one for a really long time. The most popular video on my channel is a makeup organization video and a declutter video. I think those are two separate videos, but this is in the thumbnail. I've had it that long, and I still love it. And then this one is in Berry Amore. So here's an example of one that is a little bit darker, but it works on my skin tone opposed to this one. That slight difference in tone makes a huge difference when applied to my personal skin tone. So I'll keep those. Okay, decluttering those few took me back down to 26, which is what I had in 2019. 2019 I had 26, 2020 I had 33. Now we're back to 26, and I feel pretty good about that. And we did go ahead and get rid of 5. All right, here's my highlighter collection. Wait, highlighter collection. It's relatively under control. In 2019 I had 19, 2020 I had 22, and now I'm up to 23. There isn't a lot here, or very many at all, that I want to get rid of. So here we have the Ofra Blissful. Love that. I love the Milani Dulce Perla. Love the Becca Pearl. Love MAC. This one is in Oh Darling. The classic MAC Soft and Gentle. This is MAC Double Gleam. So good. This is like my favorite tone of highlighters that you'll see throughout my highlighter collection. Then we have these classic Maybelline Master Chromes. These are old, but they still work, and I can't bring myself to get rid of them. So why get rid of it? Then in this one we have Cookie Highlighter from Benefit, another one of my favorites. This classic Urban Decay Sin. Love that. Revlon Skin Lights. This one's relatively new to me. This one is in 201. Love, I don't think they make this anymore. The Juvia's Place. This is the Tribe Highlighter Volume 3. Very similar to the Cookie Highlighter. Told you I love that tone. Here's another one that is from the limited edition Wet n Wild. This one is in Honey. And these colors aren't like perfect for me, but they're kind of fun, and I want to keep them a little bit longer. This is Honey Be Mine. So cute. This classic, the Amrezy by ABH. This is relatively new, the Jacqueline Iced Highlighter. I actually really like that. This one, again, relatively new to me, Nabla, and this one is Ozone. And then I really like these ones from Pixi. This one is in Subtle Sunrise, and this one is in Delicate Dew. Then I have some over here. I have some Becca Minis that I want to keep. I have one that is in Moonstone. Then I have two that are with our dual chromes. One is Rose Quartz, I believe this one. Yeah, this is Rose Quartz and this is Opal. And Summer Haze is one that I keep holding on to. This is by Artist Couture, and I just literally 2 years of being like, I think I'm going to use it, I think I'm going to use it, and I haven't used it. So I think it's time to get rid of it. I have one sitting on my vanity that I'll keep, which is the Lorac Starlight. I don't think they make this one anymore either, but this is really nice, and I love this one. Alright, so we have 22 highlights. We got rid of one, and I'm okay with this. Alright, so here's my setting spray collection. It's pretty small. We have the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better, the Maybelline Glass Spray, the Urban Decay All Nighter, the Milani Make It Last, and this is regular All Nighter, and this is the Glowy All Nighter. So in 2019, I had 6. In 2020, I had 8. And now I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one in my restroom. So I'm back down to 6. And I don't feel a need to declutter any of these. This is the only one I don't use very much, the Maybelline Glass Skin. But I'm not ready to get rid of it yet. I still want to see if I can make it work. But my favorites are the Make It Last, the All Nighter, and then the one that's in my restroom is the Wet n Wild. So those are my all-time favorite, and then these are semi-new to me. Don't love them, don't hate them, we're just using them. Alright, here are my powders. I can tell you right now, this part of my collection did grow quite a bit this year. So I had 10 in 2019, and then I had 20 in 2020 I had 17. Well, I'm shocked. I have 16 once in my bathroom, so I actually do have less than last year, but it kind of makes sense because I finished up a lot of powders this year. I don't think anything here is going to be decluttered, so I'll just tell you what I have. So for loose, I have the e.l.f. Halo. I have the L'Oreal Hydra Perfect. I have the No. 7 Translucent Perfect Light. I have the Laura Mercier Translucent Classic. The Too Faced Born This Way. The Marc Jacobs, this one is Finish Line from the Invisible line. I have the Bare Minerals Concealer. This is Well Rested. And then the rest are Press. So the CoverGirl Radiance. The True Match from L'Oreal. The Maybelline Superstay Matte. So the pressed powders are the ones that I kind of grew my collection in this year. I think I got these two. I already had this one, the CoverGirl Fresh. Was it Clean Fresh? This one's new, the CoverGirl Outlast pressed powder. This one is new, the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hours. This one I had the No. 7 Triple Action Finish Powder in Light. And then this one's new, the Glowish by Huda Beauty. So yeah, I love powders. They're very much a staple in my makeup application. And I can work through these pressed powders really quickly because I'll use one at a time in my restroom, which is where I do my makeup most of the time. And I'll get through it in like a few months, which doesn't sound, I think it doesn't sound quick, but it feels quick. But yeah, I love this part of my collection. Powders is a favorite. I like to try powders, I like to use up powders, and I always use a powder, ooh, you can see me, on my face. And I did pick up the Charlotte Tilbury Classic one that everyone talks about. So I'm okay with having 16, and I'm okay with this part of my collection growing as well. Okay, here is my lip collection. It's like a medium size, like it's bigger than maybe the average person, but pretty small here on YouTube. So of my full size, I have 29, and then I went ahead and counted the minis as separate, and I have 11. So I really have come to a place where I know exactly what I like for my lips, and I would like to be a little bit cutthroat here. And I like a lot of these, so that's the cutthroat's not going to be extreme, but but let's just be real. I love Buxom, and I will always keep Buxom. So I have Buxom apple cider, and there's a couple that are in purses. Like I know White Russian is in a purse. This one is in Hannah. This one is in Mudslide. So these three I'm for sure going to keep. One of my favorite formulas, and I will always purchase it. But I'm a little bit on a standstill on purchasing new lip products because I love everything I have and it takes so long to use them up. So we're definitely going to keep those. And then I have a sample size in Dolly that I'm working through. So love that, love that, love that. The other formula you guys know I love is the Too Faced Melted Matte. I have another one. I think it's in a purse. I love these. This one is in Gingerbread Girl. This one is in Queen Bee. This one lives on my vanity because it's one of my favorites. And then this one is in Feeling Myself, which is more of a like spring summer color for me. And then I have a more neutral nude one that is in a purse. So I love those. I know I love those. Third formula that I love is the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. So I have one that is in Believer. I have one that is in Lover. And then my favorite is Philosopher. Again, these three live on my vanity. I absolutely love them. And those aren't going anywhere. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter these NARS ones. I've been holding on to them. I put them in my project pan this year. I just don't love this formula. It's very slippery. It feels good, but it has like absolutely no wear time, and it's just really frustrating to use. So we will officially get rid of those. I got them from TJ Maxx, and I'm just not a fan. I have a couple of formulas that I play with that I'm not absolutely married to the idea, but I do want to keep them. L'Oreal Infallible. This one is in Shell Pink. This is a really pretty high gloss formula. Then I have one in Bare Minerals. This one's in Friendship. This is more of a matte lipstick. And then Lip Gloss in Teen Spirit by Milani. I love these colors. These formulas work for me. So I will keep those. I love the Becca ones. They don't make them anymore, unfortunately. But I'm just going to keep these as long as they're good. And then I'll throw them out when they go off. So I have Taupe. Yeah, it still smells fine. Petal. Yeah, still smells fine. Then I had gotten a holiday set a couple of years back, so I will keep those. It's Orchid, Sugar, and Rosewood. Again, love that formula. I'm sad that they don't make it anymore. Smashbox picked up some of Becca's classics, but I don't believe, at least in my research, that they picked up that lipstick, so that's really sad. Alright, so Huda Beauty, this was recently given to me. This one is their liquid matte. This one's in Bombshell, and I think I have one, a smaller one in Bombshell. So I'm going to get rid of the smaller one. Keep this big one. I do like that one. That formula is really nice. And then I'll keep these smaller ones, which is Muse and Venus. These are pretty colors. They wear really nicely, and I do like those. I have this e.l.f. Twisted Mocha. I'm going to keep it. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it. It's a lip gloss, but we will keep it. And then the rest of these are lipsticks. So I know that I like these. L'Oreal makes a really pretty formula. Maybelline and L'Oreal. Maybelline, L'Oreal, oh, Milani. They also make really pretty formulas. So I will go ahead and keep these. These were a gift last year from my mother-in-law, and I do want to keep them. They're a pretty color, and I haven't got much use out of them. These are just kind of random, Melt and Jeffree Star, but I will go ahead and keep these. And then these little guys, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this sample. This is Dolly Dreamer Buxom lipstick. I just don't reach for this, so we'll get rid of that. So not super cutthroat, but like cutthroat for me. This is NARS. I haven't used this yet. Yeah, that's really pretty. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to get rid of, this is Honesty by Bare Minerals. Okay, I'll keep this one, but I'm for sure going to get rid of this Buxom sample. This is in Wine Me. It's just too dark for me, and I just find myself not wanting to reach for it. So we got rid of 2 full size and 3 mini. Okay, so previous years I didn't divide out the minis as being separate. So there's 29 in 2019, 41 in 2020. Now we have 27 full size and 9 minis. Alright, on to single eyeshadows. Somehow I've decluttered these over the past year. So in 2019, I didn't break up my collection into categories, but I did last year. So last year I had 24 singles, and now I have 17 singles. So I don't really remember getting rid of that many. Maybe they're somewhere else. I don't know. But that's where we are, and I'm not getting rid of any of these because I like having these glitter options, and they like will last forever, and I like all my singles, so I'm going to keep them. So we have a couple of ColourPop ones, which who knows if they even make these anymore. These were passed along to me by a friend. We have some MAC pigments. Again, why get rid of them? We have the classic tan and gold glitter. We have some Urban Decay singles, my favorite, which is Solstice, Riff. Oh, you know what? I bet my other singles were counted from my Urban Decays right here. Oh my gosh, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, that would make more sense. So I have 4 singles in this container as well. We have an Ace Beauty, Sephora. Yeah, so that's some from Tarte. So I forgot about this. This Tarte has 2, so that's 23, 24. Oh, and then I have a couple here. So that's 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So actually 29. Okay, so here are my like smaller size palettes. I have 16 now, and it says I had 22 before, but I probably, well, okay, here's another one. Probably just maybe am sorting the categories a little bit different this year versus last year, but I like eyeshadow, and none of these I feel like I need to get rid of. So I have Tarte Maneater. I have, this is the Visart Classic of Dark Matte. I love the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3. Nice highlighting shadows. I like my Huda Beauty. I have Mauve Obsessions. And then I have Coral Obsessions. This Too Faced Salted Caramel I got on sale at the end of season last year. Really like this guy. In the e.l.f. Bite Size palette, this one is in Pumpkin Pie. Super easy to use, quick to grab palette. And then I have quite a bit from ColourPop. So let me show you what the insides look like. So here's Good Sport, nice fall palette. I have Foresight, again, a nice fall winter palette. This is Double Entendre. I like my ColourPop palettes. I'm not as enchanted with them as I used to be, but I still like having them. Here's Element of Surprise. They're just classic eyeshadows. Dream Street by Kathleen Lights. And Cute AF, which is my very first palette in this ColourPop type collection. Then I have like some of their smaller ones. So it's My Pleasure, which is a purple palette. So pretty. Then I have Just My Luck, which is a green palette. Ornate, another nice winter fall palette. And then Nude Mood, which is a classic neutral palette. Alright, here are my really big palettes. So I have Too Faced Natural Lust. So pretty. I have Makeup Revolution, Emily the Once. This is a classic one, and I know a lot of you guys have it and really like it. Anytime I mention it, you guys are like, yeah. Violet Voss, this is the Holy Grail palette. Lorac Mega Pro 3. The original Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. The Jeffree Star Orgy palette. Forgot I had this one, to be honest. And then the Morphe Jeffree Star palette. And then I also have this palette, which is the Conspiracy palette by Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. Look, I feel like the consumer gets caught in the crossfire of all the drama on YouTube, and if you spent your money on it, like, just use it or give it away. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's not fair to us when things get canceled, but there's that. Alright, so this is the biggest part of my palette collection, which is, oh, here's another one of my larger palettes, the Morphe Boss Mood. Looks like this. I really like my eyeshadows. I have some in this container, which you can't really see, but like the Modern Renaissance by ABH. I have the Too Faced Semi Chocolate Bar by Too Faced. The Chocolate Bar by Makeup Revolution. I have the Urban Decay Born to Run. And the Natasha Denona Star Palette. These are, so I've been going through my palettes one at a time, and as I use them, I put them in this container. So I wanted to keep those separate. Here's the rest of these are more like medium-sized palettes. So we have the Alamar Classic in my collection. The Too Faced Just Peachy, a classic on YouTube. We have a couple of nude palettes. We have one from Maybelline the Nudes, beautiful palette. We have a Profusion Nudes palette, beautiful. We have the Saharan by Juvia's Place, love that. Tarte, this one is Busy Gal. It also has some cheek products in it. And then we have the Warrior palette by Juvia's Place. And then we have ones that are standard size. So we have the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy, the Urban Decay Naked Cherry, the Urban Decay Naked Honey, Urban Decay Naked Heat. I buy these when they go 50% off. The Urban Decay Original, got this one when it was 50% off and being discontinued. The Urban Decay Smoky. We have Classic Cutie by MAC. Norvina by ABH. We have Ace Beauty Grandiose palette. The Morphe Jaclyn Hill. This one is in the Ring the Alarm. Too Faced Chocolate Gold. The Buxom Boss Babe Betty. Lorac Pro. So we have 2. We have 3 more nude. And we have 4. So I'm not getting rid of any of my eyes. Shoot, I just realized I have the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette as well. It was sitting on my vanity. So that's going to increase our numbers by 1. Alright, face palettes. We had 21 in 2019. 2020 we had 22. So let's see what we have now. And I don't foresee me getting rid of any of these, to be honest with you. A couple from BH Cosmetics. We have Glowing in Grease. We have the BH Belgian Waffle. I think those are my only ones from BH. Then we have a BH Sugar Glow Kit. We have the MAC Ignite. I don't love this formula, but I still want to keep it. I purchased this when we got married and we took a little mini moon. I purchased it online while on that trip, so it just has nice meaning to it. I really like the MAC Hyper Real Glow palette. The Bretman Rock Babe in Paradise by Morphe. I like this. I want to keep it. Oh, BH, here's the Vanilla Cream Truffle. I guess they discontinued these. You can still get some on their website, but Ulta doesn't have them anymore. A couple from Benefit. We have Cheek Stars Mini Reunion Tour. Has Georgia, Sugar Bomb, and Hoola. I really like Hoola. Cheek Leaders Mini Pink Squad. This has California, Tickle, and Dandelion. Park Avenue Princess by Tarte. I haven't used this a lot, but I love it. I more so love the idea and the packaging of it. Definitely want that. NYX Born to Run highlighter palette. So pretty if you can find it on sale. Sephora's has little kits. This color's very similar to Cookie. 2 highlighters and a blush. This one is in Gleam. I love my Tarte Blush Bazaar. So good, so good, so good. I love my Too Faced Natural Face. So my palettes, you can see here, are so used and loved, and I adore them. Catrice California in a box. Whew. Maybe this should be the palette we try to pan next year. Because you can see the pan is just still a lot of product, and I love this guy so much. 2 from LA Girl. We have a highlight, Moonlight Magic highlight. Then we have the Island Hottie blush. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Classic Film Star Bronze and Glow. I have another one in my bathroom, but this is Hourglass Ambient Lighting. And then I have one from the same year as this, but different. And then the Smashbox Step by Step Contour Palette. I forgot I also have my Makeup Revolution Contour Palette in my restroom, so I'm exactly the same number of 22 as I was last year. Alright, and then these are all the things we decluttered. So we did pretty good, even though the intention was not to declutter. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 things are out of my collection. I'll pass them along to friends and family and throw out the ones that are bad. And we cleared out 1 container that we'll have to figure out what we want to do with it in the future. Oh, I also forgot to talk about my melt stacks. Okay, that's fine. Numbers don't need to be perfect, so add that number to the eyeshadows as well. Thank you so much for being here for this year's inventory. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!